What is the greatest cartoon of all time? Also Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was literally the most horror show I've seen in my entire life. Return the Slaraab. Or Suffer My QOS. In the Hindi version, Ghost Rams's voice was even deeper with more and more frightening. Pat the law to do backquote U200D. We use this as a joke in our group for anything we need back. It's hilarious. Samurai Jack. There are episodes that will never leave my head. The introduction of the Scotsman for starters. I can quote that entire disc from memory. I loved the episode with the 3 blind archers. Amazing. Yes. I always loved that episode. It's just so well done. Over the Garden Wall. I just love the American folk art inspired art and structuring the stories to resemble folk tales and fairy tales. Plus Botsfield CM is a great song, along with Potatoes and Molasses. Plus, you got Elijah Wood, Christopher Lloyd, Chris Isaac, John Cleese, Bebe Neuwirth, and a ton of other iconic stars. Recently rewatched it. It's so good. It has a real philosophical ground, and made me leave my sofa finally. Batman the Animated Series. Gargoyles was around the same time, and was also amazing. Adam X-Men and Spider-Man stars during the same era. Great time to be a kid. I was going to add X-Men myself. Great show. Probably the only one that I actively made sure I watched every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in my location. That's right, Bob. Don't hate me. Dexter's Laboratory. Omelette du fromage. That's all you can say. That's all you can say. Definitely Looney Tunes. Most kids' experience with classical music is because of Bugs Bunny. This 100% didn't realize this was happening until I heard some classical music and realized, hey, that's music from when Bugs Bunny was waking up in the morning. Lol, if you know that scene. Futurama. Not the dog episode. Apostrophe. Hey, a dog episode is a great episode. It's just really sad. I remember my 10-year-old self crying. I remember still crying as an adult. That episode hits hard. Same, it hurts. Gravity Falls is incredible for being only 2 seasons. I think when it comes to the story told in the fewest number of seasons, I think Gravity Falls and Over the Garden Wall reign supreme. Over the Garden Wall is one of my favorites. We've come to burgle your tits. That's a rock fact. Dinosaurs had big ears, but everyone forgot this, because dinosaur ears don't have bones. And that's a rock fact. Original Tom and Jerry. My 6-year-old loves Tom and Jerry. My dad does and I do. Makes a solid case. My late grandfather's daily TV routine consisted of the news, 700 Clump, Tom and Jerry, Benny Hinn, and Mr. Bean. Anyone remembers the Island Showdown? Adventure Time. Highly agree. The first 2 seasons start off as a borderline acid trip, but then the show goes on to create a really good epic that has everything you would want in storytelling. I liked the show so much I named my first kid after a character in the show. But what's your kid's name? Lemon Grab. Unacceptable. Avatar. Ugh. This tea is nothing more than hot leaf juice. Uncle, that's what all tea is. How can a member of my own family say something so horrible? Even in exile, my nephew is more honorable than you. Thanks for the tea, it was delicious. Did you really mean that, Uncle? Of course. Ginseng tea is my favorite. Greater than ginseng tea is my favorite. Greater than drinks nothing but jasmine tea. Annoyance's tea shop after jasmine tea. Biggest Avatar plot hole. 0/10 literally unwatchable. Currently crying and pissing myself. The Simpsons. We can all debate when The Simpsons fell off for hours, but what we can all agree that When it was at its peak, it was the best cartoon of all time. And possibly the greatest show of all time. Its impact on culture is incalculable. I'd argue that it is the greatest comedy TV show of all time, and it has peak lasted for at least 8 full seasons. Animaniacs. I found prints. No fingerprints. I don't think so. Good night, everybody. Hey Arnold. Batman. The animated series created a whole generation of comic fans. Very underrated. SpongeBob. This felt too far down, because it fell too far down after the first few seasons. Yeah, I can see that, but the impact it has had, and still how good those few seasons are, is what I was thinking of. So damn rewatchable. Enough jokes for adults to enjoy too. The Venture Brothers. All these other cartoons think they're hot shit in a champagne glass, but they're really cold diarrhea in a Dixie cup. Rejected by Don Hertzfeld. My spoon is too big. Archer. Sterling Mallory Archer. Whenever my husband tells me to do something, I always say, "You're not my supervisor." South Park. Futurama is a very close second. Just rewatched the Terrace Bottom Bitch. I woke my girlfriend up, I was laughing so hard, lol. Bitch. Don't you want to make some real motherfucking money? Bitch, you were made for the playground.